Have you ever stood in a Japanese rock garden and felt a profound sense of peace? It's not just the rocks or the raked sand, it's the space between them. In Japan, this concept has a name, Ma. It's the art of empty space, the purposeful void, the meaningful pause. Ma isn't about what's missing. It's about what the emptiness makes possible. It's the silent, invisible force that gives shape, meaning, and power to everything around it. Today, we're going to journey into the world of Ma and discover how this ancient principle can transform not just how we see art and design, but how we experience our own lives. To truly understand Ma, we must first see it. Look at this sumi ink wash painting. Your eye is drawn to the bold strokes of the bamboo or the delicate mountain peak. But the true masterstroke is the vast, untouched white space of the paper. This isn't just a blank background. It's the mist, the air, the atmosphere. The emptiness gives the subject room to breathe, inviting your imagination to fill in the details. But before we continue, if reflections like this invite you to see the world differently, stay with me. And if you value ancient wisdom applied to modern life, subscribe now, because what we're about to explore may transform how you work, rest, and connect. Without this Ma, the painting would be a cluttered mess of ink, losing all its depth and elegance. The artist isn't just painting the object, they are sculpting the space around it. The void becomes as important, if not more so, than the form itself. Now, let's listen. In traditional Japanese music, like that played on the shakuhachi flute, Ma is the silence between the notes. It's a breath, a pause that hangs in the air, filled with tension and anticipation. Think of a powerful drumbeat from a taiko ensemble. The thunderous sound is impactful, but it's the silence that follows that makes your heart pound. That pause allows the previous note to resonate, to settle in your soul, and prepares you for the next one. It's a rhythmic emptiness that creates drama and emotion. Western music often rushes to fill every second with sound, but Japanese music understands that silence can be the most beautiful note of all. It's in these moments of quiet that we can truly hear. This principle extends beautifully into Japanese architecture and interior design. Walk into a traditional Japanese home, and you won't find walls cluttered with decorations or rooms crammed with furniture. Instead, you'll find open, flowing spaces, the strategic placement of a single vase or a scroll on a wall is deliberate. The empty space around these objects is Ma. It draws your attention, allowing you to appreciate the beauty of each individual item. This minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about clarity. By removing the non-essential, the essential is allowed to shine. The uncluttered room creates an uncluttered mind, a sanctuary from the noise of the outside world. The space isn't empty, it's full of peace, full of potential. So, Ma is an aesthetic principle, but its true power lies in its philosophy. It teaches us that empty space isn't a void to be feared or a vacuum to be filled. It's a necessary component for balance, growth, and clarity. Think about our modern lives. We are constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and an endless list of tasks. Our schedules are packed, our minds are full, and we rush from one thing to the next, terrified of a moment of stillness. We've forgotten the importance of Ma. We've forgotten how to just be. Embracing Ma means consciously creating pockets of emptiness in our lives. It's the moment of silence you take before a difficult conversation, allowing you to gather your thoughts. It's the unscheduled afternoon in your calendar, a space for spontaneity or simple rest. It's the walk in nature without headphones, where you just listen to the wind and your own footsteps. When we allow for these pauses, something incredible happens. Our minds become clearer. We stop reacting and start responding. Ideas have room to surface. We begin to notice the small details of the world around us, the way the light hits a leaf, the taste of our morning coffee, the true meaning behind a friend's words. This emptiness isn't passive. It's an active, creative state. It's the fertile ground from which our best thoughts and deepest connections grow. This isn't about doing nothing. It's about creating the space for everything to fall into place. It's like meditation. The goal isn't to force your mind to be empty, but to create a quiet space where thoughts can come and go without overwhelming you. In that space, you find your center, you find perspective. The worries that seemed so large suddenly shrink, and the beauty that was always there becomes visible. By stepping back, we can see the whole picture. By being silent, we can finally hear ourselves. This is the profound gift of Ma. It's the understanding that in our relentless pursuit of more stuff, more success, more noise, we often lose the very thing we're seeking, a sense of peace and fulfillment. So, how can we invite Ma into our own lives? Start small. The next time you feel overwhelmed, don't just push through. Stop. Take 3 deep breaths. Create a tiny pause. Look out the window for a minute without looking at your phone. When you're talking with someone, try to listen more than you speak. Appreciate the pauses in the conversation. That's where understanding often happens. Look at your home. Is there something you can remove to create a little more visual space, a little more peace? You don't need to become a minimalist monk overnight. It's about making a conscious choice to value space as much as you value substance. Ma teaches us a vital lesson for our times. Not every moment needs to be filled. Not every space needs to be occupied. Emptiness is not a lack. It is a presence. It is the space between the branches that lets us see the sky. It is the silence that gives music its soul. It is the pause that gives our lives meaning. It is not just an aesthetic principle from a distant land. It is a fundamental truth about balance and harmony. It is a way of life that invites clarity, creativity, and a deeper connection to the world and to ourselves. Find the Ma in your day. Embrace the power of empty space, and you might just find that it's the fullest thing in your life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of Ma. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments how you plan to find a little more space in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the ideas that shape our world. See you next time.